We are discussing the topic on habits of highly successful people, and in that, reading habits of successful people are special one. Being a reader is a widely acknowledged ideal habit of successful people because it helps them continuously gain new knowledge, stay current in their fields, and develop critical thinking skills. An ideal part of routine habits for successful people is reading newspapers, magazines, articles, etc. The Berkshire Hathaway magnate reportedly spends 5 to 6 hours a day reading 5 different newspapers. That is how knowledge works. He recently told an advertisement class at Columbia University it builds up the compound interest. All of you can do it, but I guarantee not many of you will do it. The former Microsoft CEO has attested to reading 50 books a year or roughly one book a week. The more you read and learn, the easier it becomes to retain information. Successful people don't describe to Homer Simpson believes that learning something new pushes something old out. They simply continues to learn and commit an incredible expanse of knowledge to memory, sometimes without even realizing it. Even the most successful people need to tune out the words every once in a while. But this does not mean they turn their minds off completely. There is nothing wrong with reading trashy magazines or graphic novel to unwind. Reading just about anything is more beneficial than watching television or wasting every night at bar or movie theater. Success, after all, requires not just luck and skills, but also a certain mindset. If you are distracted, you won't be able to reach the goals needed to get where you want to be. Whether that means starting your own company or excelling at what you already do. If you want to be successful, read the stories or articles of successful people. You will get the clues for making your own roadways of success. Many famously wealthy and successful people have shared some of their rituals they practice to stay on the right track. We rounded up some of their habits you might want to pick up. How reading contributes to success? Let us ask the question about gaining knowledge and skills. Reading allows for continuous learning, both in one's professional field and in new area of interest. It's a way to learn from experts, past and present, without needing them to be physically available. Staying competitive, keeping up the latest methods, trends, and innovation is crucial for success in any field. Reading articles and books is a primary way to do so. Developing a critical thinking means reading strengthens your ability to analyze ideas, ask questions, and understand complex topics on a deeper level. Finding inspiration and guidance means many successful individuals read biographies and autographies of others to find guidance and inspiration. Improving other skills. Reading can enhance other beneficial traits such as confidence, empathy, and decision-making skills. Balancing work and life means reading can also be a relaxing and enjoyable activity that provides mental break and helps reducing stress. Thank you. The point is how reading habits of successful people benefits them in their business. The reading habit of successful people are not just a leisure activity. They are direct strategic input into their business acumen. Here is a breakdown of how their reading translates into concrete business benefits framed for a compelling video script. We'll go for core concept, that is reading is their competitive advantage. For successful entrepreneurs, leaders and businessmen, reading is not about their entertainment. It is about mental R&D. It is how they outlearn, outthink, out-innovate their competition. Now we'll go for how reading benefit their business. How? In that, first point is accelerated rate learning and avoid costly mistakes. What it would benefit? They learn from others' experience, that is successes and failures, in a few hours, instead of spending years and billions of dollars making the same mistake themselves. For example, reading Ben Horowitz, the English author, said that it teaches the hard thing about hard things. Teaches a founder how to navigate near bankruptcy without having to go through it. Reading about Kodak's failure to adapt to digital help them to understand the importance of bankruptcy innovation. It is like having a council of the world's smallest mentor on yourself. Second point is enhance strategic thinking and pattern recognition. What benefits it is that reading widely history, science, biographies, psychology allows them to see pattern invisible to others. For example, reading about military strategy, that is the art of war, can inform competitive market moves. Understanding behavioral psychology, we have taken it from the book like Influence of Robert Cialdini, helps in marketing, sales and negotiation. A biography of Steve Jobs might reveal pattern of product obsession that they can adopt. Third point is superior communication and persuasion skill. What benefits this point is a broad vocabulary and exposure to great writing and storytelling make them better at pitching, inspiring team, writing clear emails and convincing investors. For example, reading great speeches, well structured, non-fictitious or even classic literature polishes their ability to frame a narrative of their business. They learn how to articulate a vision that people want to follow. Fourth point is sustain creativity and innovation. What benefit the businessman or successful people is reading outside their field, that is science fiction, art history, biology, provides a cross-pollination of ideas. It is a number one source of innovative, outside-the-box solution. For example, the concept of the smartphone was a cross-pollination of a phone, a computer, and a touch interface. Ideas that came together from different technological and imaginative domains. Reading widely fuels their connective thinking. Fifth point is building empathy and leadership. What is the benefit? Benefit is that reading fictitious and biographies is a masterclass in human psychology. It builds empathy, allowing them to understand their customers' unspoken needs, manage their team better, and lead with emotional intelligence. For example, a novel might explore a character's motivations in depth and subconsciously training the reader to better understand what drives their own employees or customers beyond just a payback or product features. Sixth point is mental resilience and stress management. What benefits of it? The daily habit of focus reading is a form of deep work or meditation. It trains the mind to concentrate in distracted world and provides mental escape, reducing stress and preventing burnout. For example, 2 to 30 minutes of reading in the morning acts as a cognitive warm-up, setting a focused tone for the day, much like an athlete stretches. It builds the mental stamina required for long, complex business battle. What are the habits? How they can benefit? First point is they read with a purpose. They don't just consume their hunt for insight. They ask what one idea from this book can I apply this quarter. Second, the reading across discipline. The most powerful insight came from the interaction of the fields. A tech CEO might read physiology or financial might read poetry. They take note of sympathize. They highlight, write margin notes or use apps to capture ideas. The goal is to connect the new knowledge to their existing challenges. Fourth point is they prioritize reading. It is non-negotiable CEO time on their calendar, often first thing in the morning or before bed, when their mind is fresh. Thank you.